One. You are now tuned into Keep It a Buck Pod.
I like it.
Shout out to the subscribers.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, and share. It's your boy Weeks.
Cool.
Flea.
Bells.
And this episode, we have
a special guest.
a special guest. I didn't want you to introduce yourself, but I'm going to introduce him, you know what I mean? So, we got a 4-year coach, first-year assistant coach at Boston University, women's basketball assistant coach, Pels.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Everybody welcome Pels.
Yes, sir, bro.
All right, so first topic.
Yeah.
Before we get started, my bad.
Yep.
Shouts out to my bro Khalid.
Shouts out to Phil.
My niece is here.
Yes.
Shout out to the newborn.
Shout out to the newborn,
Yes, sir.
man. She's here, so
Yes, sir.
while my guy couldn't make it,
Yeah.
he'll be back on the next pod, man.
100%.
Shouts out to my guy, man.
And he'll be in the comments if y'all talking crazy.
Yeah.
If Mr. Cheney isn't feeling well, he's a little bit under the weather.
He don't
right
need to
now.
be here though.
Yeah.
I heard he got beat. I don't know. Anybody got beat into sickness? I don't know.
Oh, you
Okay.
did play him in Madden,
I
right?
don't
We
know.
got a new Madden god on our
Something might
hands.
have happened.
We
I
got
don't
a
know.
new Madden god
He
on
might,
our
I
hands.
don't know. He might feel
I
sick.
ain't know that. I didn't know.
It's in the chat. Yeah, yo,
Yeah,
it's in the
that's
chat.
busy, man.
did say that.
It's in the
Oh,
chat.
man.
My
Okay.
bad. Go ahead.
All right, so we want to welcome
Yeah.
Pels. So,
Yes.
thank you for coming. Thank you for spending your time with us. Welcome to Keep It a Buck podcast.
Yes,
we just
sir.
going to ask you a few questions so everyone can get to know you.
Absolutely.
So I'll start us off.
All right.
My first question for you is, when did you know you wanted to coach?
So for me, it happened late. So for those who know me, like people around the area, I did not have a extensive basketball career growing up. Like I was a baseball player, if I'm being real.
Ooh, what position in baseball?
Middle infield and played pitcher.
I played baseball too.
So
I know.
that was
All right.
my first love. I thought I was going to the MLB, if I'm gonna be real. But
Yeah.
God blessed me when I got to college. I had a late growth spurt.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I started to just play pickup more.
You had a
better.
growth spurt in college? That's OD.
Crazy, right? I
That's
graduated
okay.
for perspective. I graduated probably like 5'11", 6 foot on a good day.
Yes.
By the time like going into my sophomore year, I hit 6'3".
That's fire.
So
That's
between
OD.
like age like 17 and
Yes.
19, just shot up.
Shot
And
up,
at that
yeah.
time, started playing more. Started playing at the rec when I was at UConn, and decided to try out for the practice team on the men's side. So. Ended up making the practice team there.
Yeah.
I was on the men's side for a bit, and then I switched over to the women's side for my last 2 years.
Yeah.
And when I got to that area, it was just like the way I learned basketball was way more. It stuck with me more. If
Gotcha.
I'm being real. So
Gotcha.
when you're on the men's side, it's real. Like it's fast paced.
100%.
A lot of people kind of just go off the cuff with things.
Yeah.
Y'all know dudes. You just do your own thing, right?
Egos, all of that stuff.
Exactly. Whereas
Yeah.
on the women's side, it's a lot more technical, X's and O's,
Yep.
executing, right?
Yeah.
So you're
Run
able to
the
learn the
play.
game more,
Yeah.
right? You're able to actually learn how basketball is played. So
Yes.
once I started learning that, and then just like being around like camps and coaching kids, like I was like, okay, this is something I could do. And
Yes.
then just being somebody who I felt like I was able to communicate well and connect with people, I was like, all right, how am I gonna, we all want to do what we love, right?
Yes.
Like, we want to get paid to do what we love. So
Literally.
how can I figure out how to make a career and also utilize my skills, right?
100%.
So that's how I figured out I wanted to get into it, and then just took the journey from there.
Okay. So to piggyback
Chill,
off that.
chill,
Okay.
chill.
Go ahead.
So, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
So we would, all three of us actually, we always practice players with the CT Suns, right?
Correct.
So I want to ask, did that connection help you get to where you are right now? This position that you're in.
Unintentionally.
Okay.
Right? So I'll explain the story. So in the Suns organization is a guy by the name of Pete Feeney.
Yep.
He and I
My
went
guy,
to, yep.
Petey.
Those of y'all who know Pete,
Yes,
great
sir.
dude.
Yeah, that's a good
Great
dude, man.
So he and I went to UConn together. He was a women's practice player as well.
Got it. Okay.
So when he graduated, he got right into the business. Started coaching. He was the video coordinator at Boston University for she's now the head coach at Wisconsin,
Gotcha.
but was an assistant at UConn, Marissa Mosley.
Okay. All
So
right.
Pete worked for her for about 2-3 years. I stayed in touch with her while Pete was working with her, and obviously Pete and I have a good relationship. So she had reached out to me and said like, hey, Pete's on his way to go to the WNBA. Do you want to like essentially replace him? I said, oh yeah, let's do it. This is around the time COVID happened, so
Yeah.
like it was.
They got put on hold?
Right, there was
Gotcha.
some holdups there and things like slowed down, but essentially being connected to Pete and being connected to the UConn staff is what kind of gave me the foot in the door. From there, just keeping good relationships. And once my head coach now, Melissa Graves, got hired, Marissa Mosley just gave the blessing since she had already moved on. But you know, again, like I said, keeping good relationships. Yeah. She gave the blessing, and then I was able
keeping
to
a good name,
exactly
doing good work, have a good body of work to back you up.
That goes to show.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn any bridges.
Yeah, ever.
Don't
no
burn
matter
bridges.
what.
Relationships are connections.
Yeah.
You never know
That is key.
what room your name is going to come up in or who's going to ask about you, right? So you want to make sure, for those watching, if somebody's asking about you, give them the most opportunities to have good things to say, right? Minimize the opportunities where they're critiquing you or maybe not talking about you in the most positive light. So I'll leave that with that.
Yeah.
So, to keep it going, what do you look for in athletes?
So that depends, right? So there's the overall, and then there's the team specific, right? So based on your team specific situation and what scholarships you have open and what players you already currently have on your roster, that may, you know, dictate, may dictate how you're looking at a player. But overall, if I'm looking at a player, so here's one thing I will say. I want to get a misconception cleared up right now. You do not need to go out and score 30 every game.
Thank you.
That's something that a lot of kids, boy or girl, think that they need to do, right? You don't. And if you are doing that, you're one of the best players in the country. Kudos to you, right? But there are plenty of Division I schools out there, and there are 15 spots on a roster.
100%.
So there's places to make yourself fit.
It's a lot more of the other roles than that one.
Exactly. One person
on each team probably has that one.
I actually looked up the stats. In Division I last year, somebody can go fact check this, but in terms of percentages, I want to say maybe 10% or under of all Division I players averaged over 16 points a game.
I believe it.
Over 16 points a game.
I believe it.
So you have 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Less than 100 of them averaged over 16 points a game, right?
And we talking about 30. So be real with yourself.
So be real with yourself, right? You don't need to go out and you just need to keep it simple and make the best of your opportunities. So what I'm looking for is the intangibles, right? Like Gino, he said something real like something that stuck with me. He said he can figure out if a kid is a Division I kid by how they pass the ball, how they run the court, and how they communicate with their teammates. He doesn't have to see them do anything else but those three things. It's mannerisms, right? And y'all know, y'all hoopers, you see certain things and you're like, okay, like I already know he can go. And then when you see him play, that just confirms it, right?
100%.
But there's certain things that you see on the front end that you already know that a kid can go. So it's just like, all right, how do they warm up, right? Are they taking it serious? Are they a kid that talks? Do they do the little things like rebound? Do they screen? Do they cut when they don't have the ball? When they're coming off the court, what's their attitude?
Exactly.
Are they mad that they're getting subbed out?
When they're not in the game, are they cheering for the team?
Exactly.
Basically, it's a good teammate.
Right. Exactly. There's a lot of.
It's funny because these things are rare now, which is crazy. Everybody want to be, like you said, scoring 30, not being a good teammate, being selfish. Like, these are the things that get you to the next level.
But do you blame that on the evolution of the game, like a Steph Curry, Shea Gildress?
Yes.
Yeah.
Partially.
Okay.
I don't know.
Not fully.
Yeah.
Partially.
Okay.
The parents play a big part now.
Okay.
Yeah, because parents are more involved than ever. So
see, like like that's what I'm saying. To get the introspect from y'all, like I told you, I play football. That's the only thing. Yeah, it's
100%.
11. You got 11 and 7, just at 5, and you know what I'm saying. And there's mad different parts to football. So with us, you have to kind of be a team. It's not no one man band for football. So it's dope to hear like the perspective of a coach saying no, it takes more than just scoring. So it's like. For me, on the outside looking in, it's like, just score the ball.
Yeah.
I don't want to get off topic, but
Okay,
in
no, my bad,
sports,
man.
is it really only a one-man show? Because it's not just one man out there.
Nah.
Other people have to play their part in order for that one man to shine.
100%.
So in sports, is it a one man?
For basketball, you gotta understand where I'm coming from.
One player can have
football.
the biggest effect on the game.
Yeah, that's
not a
right.
one-man
It's
show.
still not a one-man show.
Right.
He still need his 4 teammates to do everything.
Yeah, maybe I'm saying the wrong words, but
No,
I'm just
you're
seeing
good.
as I'm just
Yeah.
seeing as like, yo, this the focal point. Like a Curry, he's a dangerous man on every night. You know what I'm saying? Clay, you gonna have nights where he's on and off. You be like, all right, I guess I go. Curry, you have to play every single day. So I'm looking at it as a one man army in some places.
But these boys got to come to play every day too.
Every single day.
Because the one night that Steph is off, somebody got to hoop. You know what I'm saying? So somebody still has to be able to put the ball in the basket.
My bad for getting off topic.
No, you good.
To piggyback on that night that Steph is not shooting well and somebody else got to put the ball in the basket, Steph got to do the other things. So the people that's averaging 30, you still have to learn how to do the other things because it's going to be nice when you're off and you're just not going to be effective anymore. You still got to defend, you still got to rebound, you still got to lead your teammates. So it's like scoring is like a natural kind of thing. Like you get what I'm saying? Like if you go,
the point of basketball.
like if you're going out there trying to like force yourself to score, you're probably not going to be an efficient scorer. Right. Scoring comes to those that play the game the right way. It just happens that way. Like, so if you're doing everything else on the court, don't worry about scoring. They'll come to you. I promise.
And it's funny you say that because, like, to Josh's question about like what you look for in a player, right? I think now a lot of kids are caught up in how it looks, not what's actually being done, right? Like what is actually happening on the court. So you see a Steph, you see a Kyrie, you see, Shea, you see, Ant, they're out there killing and it looks cool. But I think what a lot of, and I'm talking to the kids right now, especially because I think this is what's most important. Like, y'all don't understand the reason why that they're literally playing around. Like when Kyrie's getting in his bag, he's playing around. When Steph is doing his dance, he's playing around. But when like they made their bread and butter off of keeping it simple, I bet you Steph can make 100 one-dribble pull-ups in a row. 100. And if you give him a one-dribble pull-up, it's automatic, right?
Literally.
So they got so good at the basics and so good at the most simple parts of the game that now
teams are not allowing them to do those basic things.
So now they have to go and learn, the counters and the combo moves and all this stuff, right? Like that's because you're so good.
These kids are skipping the basics.
They're skipping the
straight
basics.
to the combo moves.
They're missing what Steph and Kyrie are doing in closed doors.
What you don't see. What you don't see.
They only see their lights come on when defenses is stopping their first, second, and third option, so they're getting in that bag.
Like, for example, something that Kyrie did a lot this year, and if you go watch the film, you'll see is get into the paint and doing left-handed floaters.
Yes,
left-handed
game winners and all.
Game winners, left-handed floater. You probably never seen Kyrie shoot left-handed floater any season
that
before
consistent
this one.
Like that.
Consistently.
Like he'll pull it out here and there, but he was going to it. Like he wanted to
and
do
you
that.
knew he was going to it. And you still couldn't stop it.
100%.
That we didn't see Kyrie in the gym shooting thousands and thousands and thousands of
to be able to do that.
left-hand floaters to be able to do this when the lights
free
come
throw line. It's just crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of stuff that we don't see, and I think y'all can speak to it as well because like y'all, I consider both of y'all very high-level basketball players. And there's no shade, but y'all play D3, right? So there's a slight disconnect, and there is levels to this. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like y'all could, the both of y'all could go on any basketball court and be fine. However, when you put certain scenarios or like certain situations around it, things change, right? Like for example, Josh, you're what? You probably 6'4", right? College, you played the post.
Played the post, yeah.
But you're and you go D1, you're a guard.
Yep.
But you can still hoop. So it's just like there's just levels and there's things that play into everybody's individual situation.
100%.
But you're still a good basketball player.
Yeah.
And that's what kids got to understand.
Exactly.
You learn how to play basketball. You can go anywhere and play.
Facts.
When I met Josh, I was like, yo, this. In my eyes, I was like, yo, this dude is like the nicest ball player I ever seen in my. Like straight up, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, yo, I'm looking, and then he came along. I'm like, nah. Where these guys?
Bro, but he'll tell you, growing up, I didn't play until I got to college.
Yeah.
I didn't play basketball. I only played for fun.
It threw me. If he was a football player, he played baseball.
Football and baseball, bro.
I found out he played ball from social media. He's posting stats, and I'm like, you play intramurals? Like, what's up with you? He's getting 25 and 15. I'm like, yo, so what you doing over there, bro? What's going on? Stop playing around. Stop posting this. But he's playing college basketball, like dominating out here. And I'm like, okay. And then my situation went left, and then I hit him up, brought me out here for a visit, and that was the end of it.
It's funny you brought that up because I was going to talk about that. So like, just to go and talk about like intangibles and the little things, right?
Yep.
So to get to Fleet, another one of the dudes I've seen put the basketball in the hoop effortlessly, right? But he and I had a conversation one day. It was in here actually, and we talked about his basketball journey, and he admitted he was a hardhead. He didn't listen. Didn't listen to his coaches. You know what I mean? He grew through it. He matured through the situations, but he like that held him back. Like he came from. He's from Jersey, went to Lincoln. Like that's basketball cloth. You know what I'm saying? That's basketball cloth. But you know there are things that you have to do as a player that you may not like to do.
100%.
And that's what's going to keep you from getting to the places that you want to go. Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's funny, man. I'm a living testament of that. I went into my college thinking I'm gonna be a scorer. Y'all can't stop me. Like that was my mind. I wasn't thinking I'm gonna come here and play a role. I'm like, all of y'all gotta see me. And we're just gonna have to do that, you know what I'm saying? And now that I look back, it was like I was hard headed. I was arguing with my coaches, like I was getting kicked out of practices, like I was, man. So to his exact the little things, man, the way you interact with your teammates, the way you talk to your coaches, the way you perform in practice every day. Make sure you know you're on the workouts. You show up 15 minutes early. You don't show up when 5 minutes before the clock is down. You know what I'm saying? You come in, you get a stretch in, you're in the training room. Like all the little things matter when you trying to elevate your basketball career. So you could get away with stuff in middle school that you can't get away with in high school. You could get away with stuff in high school that you can't get away with college. And if you're trying to go pro, you know what I'm saying? You gotta crack down on all of these little things that a D1 coach is telling you to do. Right.
I love it.
To keep it flowing, I'm sorry, y'all.
No,
So myself, I will be 2024, 2025 will be my second year coaching. So I coached last year, women's, girls basketball, for the middle school. So my question to you is, what advice would you give a first and second year coach?
So especially with girls basketball, I would say it's just keeping them in love with the game.
Okay.
Or keeping them interested in the game. It's not a lot of us are going to be in love with the game, right? But keeping them interested, right?
They can get lost, little girls that just get lost and just stop
and
playing.
especially with the trajectory of women's basketball, like we have to keep pushing it forward. So you have to keep the pool of players there, right?
Yeah.
With young boys and young men, it's like we played sports as more of a social thing, right?
Yeah.
Like growing up, you may not have been the best football player, but you're gonna play just because all your homies is doing it, right? Whereas young girls traditionally don't have those same interests, but now that the visibility is out there, and I think it starts with visibility first. Which shout out to the world for just bringing women's basketball to the forefront. But now that it is more visible and there is the interest, now us as coaches, we have to keep it, right? Like we all know that there's plenty of dudes who we grew up with or who just fell out of love with the sport because they had a bad coach or just had a bad experience, and it was like, damn, he was nice. Like, what happened? And he was just like, I'm done with it. He had that one coach that just ruined it for him, right? So, especially for you, Josh, as a coaching young girls, like keeping them enthusiastic about the game, right? Making it fun for them, and it's all energy.
Yep.
That's all it is energy. Okay. Being just as excited or more excited about it as them.
Gotcha.
Right? And just I guess I would say applauding the process, not the result, right? Celebrating the process, not the result. Everybody wants to win, right? But we're not worried about that. Especially in middle school basketball, let's be real.
We're trying to get you better.
We're not getting shit for this.
Yeah, we got to get better.
We're not getting nothing for this.
Hey, you can curse, good brother.
Do
your thing. I'm about to say it.
We keep it a buck.
Right. Keep it a buck, man.
To your point, though, the real win in middle school basketball is if you go on to have a career after this. I did my job as a middle school coach. That'd be my goal.
If Josh, so for you, if Coach Millsaps puts these girls on the JV varsity team, you did your job.
100%.
Like, mission accomplished. Or if they even want to go and try and play,
gotcha.
Mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just keeping that interest and that enthusiasm, and just like I said, celebrating the process, keeping that. I guess patience is going to be a big thing.
I got the patience.
I'm about to say that.
You got kids, so I'm sure you're able to deal with that. It's patience because especially yourself as a high-level basketball player, there may be times where you're like, why don't you? How do you not understand this? I could just do it, whereas not everybody's like that. So I think just as a coach in general, you got to understand and realize that you have to make it as if this person never played basketball. And then as you gauge their skill level and their IQ, right, and
give them more leash.
You can let them just go free, or get a little more advanced in what you're doing. But I'll say on the forefront, just making it as dumb it down to as simple as possible. Be enthusiastic, and just make it fun. Like we're not worried about winning, right? This shit's what are you getting if you win the fucking Benny Over championship? Nothing. Bragging rights.
We don't even get a bonus.
Y'all get to talk shit to Isaac. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So, yeah, like I say for you especially, because you are on the girl side, just keeping them happy about it, keeping them wanting to come back.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's a dope question too.
He was my sister. Shout out Coop because he was
Boy, I was I was so bad. One of the students cursed me out. I was like, yo, nah. I was like, yo. I said, wait, what? I was like, yo, I was like, yo, I didn't do anything, yo.
I guess to that point, can I ask to ask you what were some of the, for lack of better word, struggles that you saw in your first couple of years?
Bro, it was just
challenges.
at that age, those girls, it was just drama every day. Bro. It wasn't even basketball drama, bro. It was just in school. Oh, this girl said something about me, or she's looking at me this way.
It's never about basketball.
Never about basketball.
Therapists.
Therapist
sessions.
They all come up to me. His whole team all comes up to me.
That's
they come
hilarious.
to me complaining about you every day.
That's
oh my gosh, bro.
We had because we tried to do like bad cop, good cop.
Right,
you know what I mean? First year coach.
Yes.
We're trying to get a feel for the girls.
Right.
We're trying to get a feel for.
It's not feeling it.
I was mad. I can say I need to do
Mind
something.
you, we went 7-3, made it, lost in the semifinals.
I had to
But
reconstruct
it was just the drama.
Yeah.
Just,
I learned through the process because like I'm competitive and I'm like if I don't see effort, all I want to see is effort.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I don't see effort and I know you're not pushing to your limit, what are we doing?
Because what he said can help you next year.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yes, yeah.
Instead of getting mad, make it fun and see if they go hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I was like, I got to start doing it with them.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It starts with you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was
Like,
a good adjustment you made.
One thing I think, especially as coaches, like I'm what you consider the players coach, right?
Yeah.
But like I'm not gonna ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do.
I swear
right?
to God.
If I'm not willing to be out here yelling,
Exactly.
being hyped,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask you to do it. Nor am I gonna get mad if you're not.
100%. You know what I'm saying?
that's the bad part because I am willing.
Right.
But I wasn't doing it at the beginning. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't doing it, so that's something I could have definitely improved.
So
on.
it's
like,
like-
you know what I'm saying? Go out there, practice with them.
Or you don't even gotta practice with them, but just like demonstrate. Like
Yeah,
this is what I need you to do, and you can
Literally.
over exaggerate. You can be
Yeah.
crazy. They'll laugh at you,
Mhm.
but they'll understand. Like
I love
okay,
it. Okay.
he needs.
This is what he's looking for.
This is what
That's
he's looking
dope.
for.
I literally do that, bro.
Yeah,
I get
that's
so
dope.
mad. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna show you.
Right.
So and my boys, y'all know that. My boys
Yeah.
respect it, like, cause they like he's gonna do everything he's telling me.
Definitely respect amongst them boys.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like that plays a big part. It plays a big part. Real talk.
Because they did not like me, boy. It was like, yo.
And y'all are blessed enough to be in a position where you actually can.
Right. You're young enough where you are still mobile.
And you literally can show them.
Yeah.
So that's what's up. I had one more question. So it was like, so once you got to this level, right, and you're watching D1 women's basketball every day, what is the quality where you like, you have to have this, or you just can't be on this level?
It's the physicality and pace of play.
Yes.
The game goes.
Yeah.
We're like there are the teams and there are the coaches that traditionally like maybe play slower,
Yeah.
like a Villanova, like
Yes.
you know they're gonna play slow.
Yeah.
Virginia, they
Yeah.
play slow.
Yeah.
Purdue, same thing.
Uh-huh.
But essentially, like when it's a transition
It's an
game,
adjustment
like
from
when it's not
height, yeah.
slowed down to the half court, these teams are going.
Yeah.
It's a 30-second shot clock,
Oh,
but like
yeah,
you're
you gotta go.
practicing at a probably 24 to 26-second pace, right?
Mhm.
So you're going. So if you don't have the endurance, you're not gonna last. If you can't get up and down, if you're not used to how fast things are moving on an IQ level,
Yeah, I'm about to say,
you're gonna
if you can't make quick decisions, you probably
quick and decisive.
decisive. You
be
have to have
decisive.
your mind made up.
Make
Like,
a decision.
yes.
But again, all that comes with reps.
Yes.
You have to have seen this
Yep.
plenty of times to
100%.
know, okay, like for example,
These
let's
are
say
my options.
you're
Yep.
coming off a ball screen,
Yep.
right? All right, cool. I know drop coverage. I know if he hedges. I know if they switch. You need to know what you're
You're
doing
gonna do for all
in
three
each
of them.
situation.
100%.
And the only time you'll know what you're gonna do is
If
when
it
you come
happens.
off of it and then it happens in that split second.
Literally.
The only time things can become a split second decision
Yeah.
is when you've repped it enough and it becomes instinct. Right.
That
So
shit be looking like a blur to me. Yo, I'm
but
like,
the crazy
yo.
part about it, Coop, you say that, and as somebody who was terrible at basketball and then was able to step on a Division I court, it slows down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In your head,
Eventually,
it slows
yeah.
down. Like you feel, you know, you're watching, you're like, But when you're out there,
Yeah,
you
that's
see it.
just
It literally is just like, you know, for example, you want to split a screen, right? Like, as you're coming off that ball screen and the dude's hedging, you're like, it's like your eyes just open up and you're like, oh, that's what I could do. Like, this is what I've been working on, and then you do it, you know? So
for me, like I said, not playing basketball, playing with y'all,
Yeah.
and all that, it's just like y'all gotta yell at me sometimes because I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta break it down to me what you're talking about.
It's
So
just repetition,
yeah, it was
but
just
that's
like, yo, I'll
honestly-
be
that's
looking
why-
at it like a blur. I'll be passing it to the other team sometimes.
Nah, it's years.
The-
Bro.
yeah.
It's years of hooping.
It's
It literally takes years
That is-
of
that
reps
is-
and seeing the situation and knowing, like, okay, if he does this, I need to do this.
Mhm.
That's all it is. Like, I love basketball because it's the one sport where you can become half decent if you just do the same thing over and over and over and over. If you shoot 50 layups a day, you'll get better at layups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like that.
The crazy
So,
part, I got better.
I know.
From where I started at to now, I've got better.
So
I can feel like I got better. One thing is effort. I'm always gonna give effort, but as far as the game being played,
Yo, bro, if
I
you
feel
went
like
to like a court with like just all non-hoopers, you'll be killing.
it's like, yo, he just said that. He said,
You
yo,
only hoop with hoopers all the time.
Yeah.
That's it. When you play basketball, it's only with us, right?
yeah.
All you do is hoop with hoopers.
That's it.
Go play at a LA Fitness or some
Hey,
shit.
shouts out to my brother because we gonna play ball this weekend. I'm ready to whoop
He was
his
better
ass.
than you in the past?
Hell yeah, he was better.
You might
And
be
neither one of
better.
us is super. So it's
You might
like,
be
yo.
better.
But to Please point though, I'll say physicality and the pace of play. It's just, everything is faster.
Yes.
And these girls are strong. These girls are strong.
We learned that at the CT Suns
You know what I
practices,
mean?
bro.
Right.
I was like, oh shit.
And it's so funny, like y'all can talk to this. It's just so funny when you see like these average dudes behind
bro.
keyboards talking.
Yeah,
It's just like,
it's
y'all really
like-
don't know.
They have no idea.
Y'all really
They
don't
have
know.
No idea.
This is just girls basketball.
Nah, yeah, they get to it.
All right, bro.
They get to it.
It's
Sounds
like that.
good.
I mean, because like I respect the athlete
Yeah.
because I'm gonna respect you at all costs, but it's just people feel like it's levels to this. Oh, you're just a girl, so people get that stereotype. I'm not saying I am,
Yeah.
but what is your mindset going in there
Playing against
and
them?
being surprised by
Bro.
by
so-
how physical it is to
I
play
was about
with
to
them?
tell you what surprised me. It's how physical they were, and you can't make a mistake. Like if you miss a matchup on defense, or if you miss what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all know what I'm talking about. An assignment. If you miss an assignment on defense, bro, that shit is money. It's a wrap. They're not missing. They're not gonna miss an open tray ball. It's not happening. Like,
Sheesh.
real talk. I'm like, yo, you get beat, you rotate, they kick it out, good. Like, you make a mistake, they're gonna capitalize every time. I'm like, this is high level hoops. Like,
And that's
this
exactly
is
what it is.
crazy.
It's high level basketball. It's not
Yeah.
high level like individual play.
Yes,
it is.
It's
It is.
It
Like,
is.
There are high level players
Yes.
individually.
But for
don't get me wrong.
the fools that's talking crazy,
Right.
they don't understand the high level
It's
basketball as a
basketball.
whole. Yeah.
Like they're driving, they kicking,
Yes.
they're cutting,
They're making the right
screening
decision.
away. They're like so.
Mhm. On
Yeah,
defense,
sure.
they're rotating.
Sure, if you as a big dude play 1-on-1, yeah, she might not be able to get by you.
Yeah.
But you give her 4 teammates and you 4 teammates, and now y'all got to talk
They
and
gon'
communicate.
cook
And it's 5-on-5, and they're in
Oh
shape, and you
my
not.
God.
So like,
They are gonna make them look bad,
yeah,
bro.
it was.
They bring in college hoopers, like legit college and pro hoopers to practice against them, and they be beating us. Granted, we walk in, we gotta learn to play as soon as we get in the gym, shit
Right.
like that. But we all do this shit, like we here for that. Yeah, bro, they be getting at us. Like, they could play, man. Fast.
It's levels.
It is. It's definitely
Levels.
levels. Like.
You had a question? So, just to jump off topic right quick, because this is something that's been going crazy in the sports world the last 2-3 years. NIL deals.
Yep. Yep.
It's been talked about. It's making our way down to the high schoolers now.
Yep.
What is your perception and what is your education on NIL?
So with the education piece, I'm learning as y'all are learning.
Okay.
If I'm being real. Obviously I'm in it, so I know a little bit more, and I'll give my perspective on it. But overall, I would say I'm for it because it puts the power back into the hands of the athlete. Like systematically, we've seen them, the NCAA profit off of these athletes' backs for generations. But So yes, so this NIL deal now, or these NIL deals now put the power back in the hands of the athlete. It is a very sticky situation because of what it's turning into in certain cases. So, I'll ask you first, what is your understanding of when you hear NIL? Like, what do y'all think? I'll just open it up to all of y'all.
For me, it's just in the simplest form, just saying players getting paid
Okay.
for their likeness.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do y'all
My
understand?
perspective is they are able to do brand deals and basically do business
Do
with
business,
other
yeah,
companies.
basically,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not wrong,
Mhm.
but that's not what the NIL space is right now. So the NIL space is orchestrated what they call collectives, right? And essentially collectives is back in the day when Nick Saban was going crazy at Bama and they're like, oh, boosters, they're paying this kid's mom this and this. That's all it is. Now it's just on the table in this league.
Oh, okay.
It's all NIL is now.
Oh,
okay.
So
Okay.
let's say I'm
So these boosters is hitting these schools with millions of dollars, and they got a diverse.
and now the team has the power to divvy it up to who
Exactly.
they see fit, how they see
100%.
fit. I
That's a
can't
little different.
right. I can't speak to how their contracts and what exactly is the wording
Wow.
and the deal behind it. But there's levels. So you have there's marketplace NIL, which is what you think partnering up with brands, but now even that's getting changed, right? So for example, University of Memphis, they have a partnership with FedEx.
Yeah.
FedEx paid $5 million over the next 5 years to Memphis women's basketball, men's basketball, and football. That's just $25 million that FedEx gave to them to represent FedEx, but who knows how that's going to look, right? And now these teams can just respectively divvy this money up to the athletes however they see fit, right?
Hold up, this is crazy.
Now that's marketplace NIL. Now you got donor NIL, right?
I'm telling people not
Which-
taking some off the top.
Well, it's not there. Essentially, there is no taking off the top because you can just give it to them. There's no, you don't
It's
need
not
to
even taking off the top.
right.
no
You don't
more. I
need to
gave it
hide
to
anything.
you.
It's yours, So
This is crazy.
there's and there's also donor NIL, which the alumni, the boosters, all they do is just it's marketplace collective,
Yep.
donor collective.
Yep.
Marketplace collective is what I just explained with FedEx. Donor collective is literally alumni boosters just put money in a pot and that's it. You just divvy it up. That's all it is. Now the actual wording and the terminology of what they're responsible for, that's between them and the school. But I mean, let's be real. It's probably not too much.
It's not too much.
So yeah,
These kids still got to go to school, still got to hoop. And do
they're still
all this.
essentially these kids are getting paid to play basketball,
Mhm.
or football or whatever, because it's extending outside of just basketball and football. Like it's happening in softball, it's happening in any major sport at a major school. What also is kind of mucking up the atmosphere is the new transfer rules. So now kids can transfer as many times as they want and play right away.
Yeah.
So you
still more sitting out.
you putting that on top of
They
getting
have
paid.
complete power.
All the powers in the hands of
Oh
the
my
player.
gosh.
I'm the point guard at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
I'm like I don't really like
We
Kansas.
literally just went through this.
Right.
The point guard at Duke transferred to Baylor, bro.
Kansas is they offered me $2 million. Like what's up? We don't got it. All right, cool. I'm out. Play right away.
Yes.
And
This is crazy.
now who's wrong? I won't say. I'm not here to speak on that. But that's just what the situation
That's
is.
just what it is right now.
So now, as a coach, you have a choice, right? Do you go with the times, or do you stay stuck in your ways
If
and
you stay
potentially
stuck in your ways, it might
you
be
get frustrated?
Yeah.
You get real frustrated because now
Yeah.
it's like you hear coaches, oh, these kids, all they care about is the money. It's not about relationships anymore, and it's like, yeah, but essentially, like growing up, you was promising kids the world, and they get to a school and wasn't getting anything.
Wasn't getting anything.
So if a kid is now flipping it and saying, yeah, I'll commit for 4 years,
Yeah,
and takes their 1 year and their money and leaves, what's the difference between that? You signing a kid and then taking a new job the next year.
100%.
What's the difference,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
There is no difference.
Yeah.
So it just depends on who you're asking and who you're talking to at what time. So that's the NIL space right now. It's essentially,
Wow.
it's name, image, and likeness, which it is, but it's been orchestrated a little bit different. So now these kids are really just getting paid out of pocket. So like, for example, I'll give you an example. There's a player that I know was at a school that was out west, and she transferred to a school in the south, and she's now getting paid They paid her $400,000 over the next 2 years. Wow. And that wasn't even like people weren't even surprised at that. Like it wasn't a shock at all.
Wow.
So that's the type of money that's getting
This
paid.
is nuts.
Yeah.
So my question
Talk
to
about being in the wrong era.
Yeah.
to piggyback off of what you're talking about, the students getting paid. Do you feel like they are getting paid enough?
Enough?
Yeah. Or are they getting paid too much? Which one?
Who am I to say?
Okay.
Right?
All right.
I
That's a
think
great answer.
you know what I mean. Like I
Yeah,
think that's a
okay.
tough.
Who is he to say?
All right. Okay.
I gotta speak
I
to
respect
your PR
You
person.
know?
My bad. I'm asking some hard questions.
That was literally the only thing he could have said. He
You know
said
what I
anything
mean?
else, it would have been a little
Because
crazy.
it's like, but that's real though. Because like when you break it down in numbers, it's like, all right, cool. This kid's getting how much? Well, how much is
This
the
is
university?
that-
Yeah,
Okay,
and,
then
and how much is
And
Yeah.
then if you do the
NCAA
math,
making,
that's
all
crumbs.
that.
Yeah.
You know what
Okay,
I'm
that's
saying?
exactly what I was thinking at the
So
beginning.
who,
Like, yo,
right, so
these-
who am I to say 400,000 is too much for a kid? Now, what I will speak on and say that's very important is, all right. So, the reason why, especially on the women's side, the reason why the WNBA doesn't allow women to come out before age 22 or before 4 years is because of afterward, right? There's no real guarantee. Financially, there's not much stability in a WNBA career, so they want them to be okay afterward and have that degree or whatever.
okay.
That's the whole point of going to college,
Literally.
right?
Yeah.
But if we're being real, if I'm getting $500,000, like I won't. If it's gonna take me 10 years after graduation at a average $50K a year job, then actually more if we're talking taxes, to even make that. That's the only reason why I'm going to college. So, is college the investment, or is education in general the investment?
It's
Right?
education
It's just
in
education,
general.
which
It
is
is.
financial literacy. That's all it is. When
100%.
you're making that much money, it's financial. How do you
That's
make
what you
500,000 stretch
Yeah.
and make money for you?
That's the key.
If you can learn that, do you really need to go to college?
You know you do.
Because you don't need a degree. You need a degree to get a job.
Yep. If you making a 500K stretch, you know.
You already got the job.
Yeah.
You made the money.
Yeah,
So
literally.
now you just need to learn how to keep it and make it
And multiply.
Yeah, exactly. So I think what I will say is, with all this money that's going around, financial literacy is extremely
Yeah,
important.
I agree.
If not the most important thing.
It
for these
is.
kids.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who look like us.
100%. That
Because
didn't have this money before.
those are the ones who, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
They're gonna take the money.
Yes, they are.
They ain't never had shit. Mom needed.
We know.
Pops needed. Grandma, she had surgery.
100%.
She on oxygen. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
She need this bread. So
Yeah.
they're gonna take the money. Right?
100%.
Can't blame them, but they just need to know how to manage it. Right?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We all grew up on the 30 for 30 broke. We done seen NBA millionaires
Yeah.
go broke.
Facts.
All we doing is just kind of speeding this process up and making it happen earlier.
Yeah.
So we just gotta stop
So
it.
you gotta
before it
educate.
gets there.
100%.
That's it.
Word. Caitlin
No,
Clark
you
Reese.
good? Nah, I'm done. Huh?
Was that what the questions y'all had for?
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to Bell.
We got
Nah, yeah,
we got some fun.
Yeah, I'm about to say that was fire.
Let's move on
That
to the
was fire.
next topic, people. We got Caitlin versus Angel
Are
Reese.
we talking about Bay?
We talk. Who's Bay? Who's Bay?
Talk about Bay?
I hope you get the right answer.
Who's Bay? Who's Bay?
If y'all know me for how many years?
Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Okay then, y'all know me for how many years?
Talk to me, man.
Alright,
So,
so-
what's the questions? What we talking about?
Basically, it's who deserves
Rookie of the year? Okay.
We gonna-
I did some research on this last night, so I got some.
You got some.
Yeah.
We'll start with Pounds then. We'll start with Pounds.
So I mean, if we talk, there's an argument for sure.
Yeah.
There is an argument. Me personally, I am gonna say we have to wait till the season's done. But
Yes.
if I have to pick right now,
Yep.
I'm picking Angel Reese
Okay.
because she's exceeding expectations.
True.
Caitlin Clark is performing. She's underwhelmingly performing right now. Whereas Angel Reese is exceeding what we thought she was gonna do. Especially me personally. Like I saw Angel play in college, and I'm like, all right, she's a bruiser, bang
Yes.
bang.
Same.
These ain't no little ass girls.
Same.
Crazy.
Is that gonna translate? It's funny because it is. She's still a fucking beast.
She's doing the same thing.
She's killing on the boards.
Best offensive rebound in the league.
You know what I mean? Killing on the boards.
Yeah.
Anybody who's in that paint, if she seals you, ducks in, is food.
Yeah.
So, seeing that, and then seeing her team progressively get better as she plays better,
Yep.
I'm like, okay, yeah, she got it. And then the numbers are comparable.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like.
Good.
Now y'all go ahead. Y'all want me to go?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not. Hey man,
We want you to go,
he
bro.
said
We want you to
I'm
go
just
with
saying.
Bay, bro.
Yeah, Bay doing all right, man. Bay doing. She's, you know, what I'm saying the last five is definitely double doubles. Checked up the stats. Last eight. I didn't get to go back that far.
Okay,
you know, it's
okay.
on my phone. I ain't get that.
Last eight
It's
was
double double. She's
Nasty
only
numbers,
she's
too.
she's only one game off of
right. They're
off
only
of
five.
Caitlin.
Exactly.
I would say Angel Reese, man.
All right.
She I feel like she is the energy of her team, just like Caitlin is the energy of her team.
Okay.
I'm just giving off of that and the type of person I am. I'm giving it to let's just say this. She's making a great argument for Rookie of the Year. I know where it's going to go because they want to push that envelope. But if she continues on this path,
yeah.
she should have Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
She's averaging a double-double.
So your vote is Angel Reese for Rookie of the Year.
I gotta go back. Can't go back. Can't go
All right.
Shout out to Angel Reese, man.
I just want to ask, do you still think Caitlin Clark is just a three-point shooter? I just want to start with that.
Her last four numbers.
I'm about to say last four. Don't say last five. Don't say last five.
Last four.
She's growing. She's growing.
She's
on me.
growing. Okay.
She's growing on me, man. That's all I can say, man. I'm sorry, man.
All right, I understand.
That's all. I'm sorry, man.
You're taking.
Yeah,
See,
You know
you
he's
know
thinking.
who I have.
Yeah.
I have Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry.
I gotta hear
Her expectations are extremely high because of who she is and what she did, which I understand. But she is still on a record-breaking rookie season so far. First rookie in league history to 250, 75, and 75. 250 points, 75 assists, 75 rebounds. If y'all don't know, Angel Reese is a rookie in the league, so you could have did it, but you didn't. So 17 and 13 last game. She's averaging 16, 5 and 7, 2 steals. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals.
Turnovers?
Y'all love to bring up the
Hey,
turnovers.
guys,
So I will advocate
Six?
for
It's
Caitlin
about
Clark.
six.
It's 6. It is 6.
I'm gonna give Caitlin Clark 3.
Thank you.
She averages 3 turnovers.
Thank you.
3 of the turnovers she
Thank
gets in
you.
the game are not because of her.
Thank you.
As somebody who watches these games, I will say that
I
because
agree with that. I do.
if and again, this is somebody who thinks
Is that bad chemistry? Is that not
No,
like
it's because
No.
they're playing with a high-level point guard that they never played with before.
Exactly. They've never seen this shit before.
Levels, bro.
They've never seen the K-Love fucking
reason-
outlet. Let that shit go. I'm gonna lead you to the basket, just lay it up. They've never
You
seen
know about
that.
those.
So,
I've watched it happen multiple times and like been like, damn, like that's a layup right there. That's an assist.
Let alone not a turnover.
Right.
It's an assist.
And then you have the stat keepers giving her the turnover.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
In perspective, I mean, okay, I can
And
give
I
you
will-
rookie point guard.
I take the turnovers out of it.
I don't know. Since my thing
I
is,
don't- what
my
don't you
thing,
know?
because my thing is, these are professionals, right?
Wait, what are we talking about?
And Tarasi did tell it like there is levels to this. You're gonna have to get the. My thing is, these players already been there. So how do they know how to operate on that levels that she's operating?
You
I
don't
understand
get it.
evolution to the game.
You don't get it.
The evolution to the game is speaking
No,
to
and
the
then
to the fact.
it is that. So it's
It
like, and
literally is
I'm gonna
that.
make a wild take right here, right? And this is a wild comparison, so don't take it totally seriously. But like when Magic Johnson first came in the league and was doing the flat, you know, all this no look passes and shit, people are like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just give me the ball. Like, I don't know you're throwing it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Alright.
And they don't know how to handle it. Once you get used to it, it becomes easy, and that's Showtime Lakers. But when you first get there, it's like, so this is the same, again, not full comparison, so y'all chill.
No,
Old heads
great
watching.
comparison.
Old heads watching.
Great
I understand. I understand.
But yeah, so it's like,
I mean, what you talking about?
when
I
with
understand.
traditionally with the women's game, you've never seen a girl come in. Now there are teams that have players that play like this, but the Indiana Fever have been traditionally terrible.
Terrible. So that's what I was about to piggyback on.
Y'all
What you
can't
said-
act like
what-
she don't have a
No, wait.
teammate,
What
though,
did
man.
Pell say earlier when I asked him about what does he look for in a player? He said it's not about the player, it's about what the team might need. The team needed Caitlin Clark. They needed her.
Okay,
And without her,
understand.
but listen, let me talk.
Alright.
Without her,
My bad.
you could shrink the floor. Now you got her. The floor is
Half
more
court.
space. It's
Pick
much
her up
more
over half
space.
court.
Okay, exactly.
So now she's drawing 2 defenders. She's drawing 2 right off the screen. She's getting double. Like she got.
Not all. Let's not say like.
Bro,
what's the
they're
percentage
hard
difference?
hedging. Hard hedging,
No,
doubling.
they're
they're-
doubling her.
Not double. But I'll say hard hedge.
Alright, bro, they're both there.
They're both there. Like how
I
many
said
guards
hard.
are saying that consistently?
Come on, man. Rookie.
Rookie.
My thing is she does have a great teammate in Boston that I feel like
She has a
there's
good young
connection.
team.
I don't
She
think
does
she
young
uses.
team.
I don't think that either it's
I
on the
make this
coach,
comparison to
either it's
Michael
on the
Jordan.
coach or it's on her playing ability that they're not using Boston enough.
coach.
Well, recently, but
Well, ask
Yeah.
him about the coach. I want to know your input on the Phoenix coach. I made a statement that the Fever are kind of like OKC last year. They're 1 year away from having that good year.
Yes.
You feel me? I
Yes.
think they have good pieces, but they're young.
They're figuring it out.
All of them are young.
understandable.
So
So-
next year you can hold them to the standard you're trying to hold them to now. I think it's too early. You just got to see what they got right now.
Okay.
And then you have to understand, like, and this is no knock on you, it's just style of play, like actually understanding what they're doing on the court. So it's like, all right, so they play like Aaliyah Boston's a post, right?
Yes.
Caitlin Clark's the point guard. If they're getting the ball out of Caitlin Clark's hands, the first person that she's passing to is either the post that's slipping,
Yes.
or she's passing to a wing. So that
Mhm.
means that Aaliyah Boston's either turning into a playmaker. She's either turning into a
What's up, man?
playmaker, right? Playing at that free throw line area, which isn't her game, or she's 2 passes away, which then take.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr.
Congrats, man.
Congrats,
I don't know where this camera gonna go at this point in time.
Just sit in the
Before I lose my point, so yeah,
Yes.
so now like with the Fever style of play, like they run a lot of. You have to put Caitlin Clark in the ball screen. She's not an isolation player. She's not gonna break you down. She might get a little step back,
Yeah.
you know, her go-to,
Yeah, yeah,
but she's
yeah.
not gonna break you down and
Yeah.
go by you.
Yeah. Not consistently. at least.
Consistently.
Mhm.
So now with Aaliyah Boston, you have to, the team or the coach has to put her in position to score,
Yes.
and that depends on where she is on the floor.
So my thing is, if you got the perfect, I feel like you have the perfect mix.
Mhm.
If you do have a Boston who's a post scorer, correct?
Right.
So the Caitlin is going to get doubled off the screens,
Right.
correct? Or hedge.
Right.
That's a perfect slip, correct? Unless somebody's off the weak side helping.
Feels
Right.
whatever.
Then there's the extra pass on that one. So my thing is, I don't see it enough as far as the pick and roll action between Boston and Caitlin.
Because that's not the
That's
smartest
not
thing
the
to
smart
do.
thing to do.
That's not.
And
No.
if you're gonna run a pick and roll, you're gonna run it with Smith.
Exactly.
She could get it in the short corner, make a decision, hit the floater, hit the mid range.
You'd rather have Alyssa
Yeah.
Smith being your playmaker.
Yeah.
Have Alyssa
Decisions like
Smith
that.
being your playmaker, looking, doing all this.
But
and keep
that's
the
what I'm
Boston
saying.
ball.
Facts.
But this is the things you practice and develop. That's what I'm saying. Why
do
not?
you see? They are. That's why they were ass. They lost 4 straight games to
Okay.
start
Yes.
the season,
Yes.
and now they're treating.
All right.
They're
treading
7 and
upward.
11. They're almost
Right.
in
And
playoffs.
treading upward.
And Aaliyah Boston won Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
The week, yeah.
Okay. All right. Respect.
So, right, it's
Respect.
just-
All
In
right.
conference.
All right.
So
Listen,
the-
they still got it right now.
To your point, though, Coop,
They
to your
still
point,
got
the
it.
problem with the WNBA is they don't have enough time to do. Like in the NBA, you have
Okay.
82 games to figure this shit out.
Okay.
They have literally less
40,
than
they got for half of it.
less than half of that.
Okay.
So this is a
Alright.
real season by season thing,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Mm.
and it takes time.
Facts.
So, in what you're saying to that, should they extend the WNBA, especially with the notoriety that they're getting now? Should they capitalize off this notoriety by extending the games at least like 5 to 10 games?
They're going to. They don't have a choice.
They have to.
Okay.
At the end of the
agree.
day, it's all about money.
So
All right.
my thing is, when you extend it, are we starting earlier or finishing later? Because later would mean you'll go into NBA season.
I would.
Finish later.
Finish later?
I'll say
I'd finish later.
Finish
Okay.
later.
Because
Because they overseas anyway. If you make it early, they already be missing in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say finish later.
100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're running into the finals if you do a little
and
bit.
you're running into the beginning of the NBA season.
Yeah, that's
So you're
Y'all
fine.
got time to be going all year up against them.
Yeah.
They need that summer.
It's
Yeah.
tough though, I will say, because there's really, I'll say where they have their season at right now, there's no right or wrong answer, because like you're dealing with the start of the season, you're dealing with the NBA finals, and dealing, and baseball is just starting.
The draft is tonight.
Draft is
Care
tonight.
about that.
Right,
Like, yeah.
NFL draft, like not
Yeah.
get March Madness, and not really March Madness, but kinda, because when you're talking about like news and press, like WNBA,
Yes.
like preseason talks,
Yeah,
that's all
leading
around.
up to the season.
There's really no space for that, right? You can't get the hype there. And then on the back end, you got football,
Yep.
which you can't
Facts.
compete with football, and then the World Series.
Oh, I ain't even
World
think
Series
about
every October.
Football. I'm talking about basketball season.
Right.
Football season's gonna. Yeah.
I mean,
So
it was-
either way you stretch it, you're gonna run into issues.
Yeah,
right?
you are.
You're running into a major like competitor.
And the
But I
major
feel like-
issue is my fault, Phils, is the finals is gonna be competing with NFL, bro. That's crazy.
As
Like,
long as,
It's at the
NFL's
beginning,
always
though.
set
It's,
up.
I mean, it's,
Sure.
you
and
know
if
what I'm
it's
saying?
not,
It's
if it's
still,
not on a Sunday or a Thursday or Monday.
and people don't. I mean, let's get it right. As an NFL fan, you get the first 2-3 weeks. People start a little bit dwindling off a little bit in October. Then they pick back up in Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
So it's not- you
I'm
know,
not trying to be funny. You know when it's not gonna matter when Caitlin Clark is in the championship.
But that's what. Hey, you
That's what
what?
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
When she
you-
gets
you-
to the chip,
Our
everyone's
Angel
watching
Reese.
no matter
Our Angel
what
Reese.
sport is on.
Our Angel Reese. Our babe.
All
you
right,
know?
all right.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Hey, she had a regular season game that was televised
More
more
than
the finals.
The finals game.
bro.
That's
Yeah.
OD.
Come on, so imagine she's in the finals.
In terms of marketing, that's OD.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous, bro.
It was funny. I had this is kind of not really off topic, but I got into a bar debate about this, and it was more so like they were saying it was about Caitlin Clark's press, right? Or like saying that she's like the great white hope, and I would say it could have been anybody.
Yep.
You know, thank you. Y'all ain't probably ain't hearing, but Juju is. She's
Next. This is what I'm saying.
Juju's about to
This
set
is
the
what
world
I'm
on
saying to
fire,
you, bro.
But if we're being real,
What am I doing?
You be so mad at Caitlyn, but when it happens for Juju, we're gonna be happy for her.
and the
I'm
thing
gonna be
is,
happy.
Alright,
I'm
so
a bad-
come
yeah,
on,
yeah,
yo.
yeah.
if we're being real, we've already seen two Caitlin Clarks before Caitlin Clark.
Sabrina's
Sabrina Ionescu and Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum had the scoring record before Caitlin Clark broke it.
She did.
She played for
Sabrina
little ass
was
Washington.
balling
That's
last
why
year, too.
nobody fucking knew about her.
She was
But like
balling.
we've seen Caitlin Clark twice already. Now we haven't seen the 30-foot 3-pointers. That's a little different. But in terms of like style of play and
And the only
producing
thing I
at a
give
very
Caitlyn-
high level,
Caitlyn's 6 feet tall, bro. She's
she
big
is
and
big. She's big.
overfull.
Well, Sabrina's big. Sabrina's 6 feet too.
Oh, she is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
Sabrina's
okay,
a big
okay.
guard.
Alright, that's tough. All right.
So it's
You're right
like
then. Okay.
what Caitlyn had going for her is she was at the right place at the right time, and she capitalized on it. She performed. Like if you had to if there was a Caitlin Clark Angel Reese esque like rivalry between Sabrina or when they was playing,
But that's my biggest issue, and that's why I was bringing up. My bad. That's why I was bringing up as far as that. It's my total focal point on Caitlyn when there was somebody else that they could bring along with it. As far as the Angel Reese, back in the day when the NBA wasn't big, and it was trying to globalize the game, what did they do? They looked at Bird and they looked at Magic.
So
It's
is it
only
Caitlin Clark or is it
because
her marketing?
it's only because we seen Angel Reese before. We know double doubles or rebounding and point. She's shooting 30-footers, bro. 30-footers in the college for women's is
she makes it look
Unheard
really
of,
good.
bro.
So it's like it's all.
Let's get Phil to hit. Phil,
Yeah,
you have a point
he
you
had,
want to make, bro?
and that's what I was about to talk to his
Yeah.
point right there. He said, "Is it her or the market?"
I was about to say, yeah,
Oh.
is it so? Like, she's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but her marketing is what like is pushing her for this WNBA. Again, she had a game that was televised more than an NBA Finals game. National champions or her playoff games, most watched playoff games ever in history.
yeah, it's
like,
hilarious,
dog.
yeah.
So, and also, is it because of the NIL that makes her different from Sabrina? Or, is that
Angel,
what it is?
Sabrina.
Sabrina?
Aren't they both signed to Nike?
They
Well,
are.
did they have NIL when she was there?
So
I know.
no, and I don't think, to your point, I don't think it's necessarily. Well, NIL could play a part in it because I don't know who's affiliated with who. So to catch you up, like we talked about it a little bit with like, I'll catch you up. There's this thing called like marketplace, like NIL or like marketplace collectives, and that's where companies like FedEx or whoever, Nike, can come in and pour money into the university to then pay out to the players. So at Iowa, yes, Nike probably put a lot of money into Iowa. It's for Caitlin's NIL. But I'll say, and who's connected to Nike? Who owns Nike? Disney.
Yeah.
They're connected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all connected, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So with Nike,
ABC,
it's all connected.
ESPN.
Bro. ESPN.
Oh my God!
It's
Yo.
So-
Disney owns ESPN.
Okay, now that fucking makes
So
a
then-
lot.
and then
That's
who-
what I'm saying.
and then
Disney
who-
owns like all this shit.
And who's in charge of putting this shit in front of us? Like the people who own the top 3 companies own all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like in reality, whoever's in charge of putting us in front of or putting this stuff in front of us are the ones who say, "Yo,
This
yeah."
is what's gonna be.
It's like you ever seen the movie Field of Dreams?
Nah.
It's oldie. That's a
Heard of
baseball
it.
movie. Dude built a baseball.
I heard it
field.
from How High.
Dude,
Send
he
the
built a baseball field in a fucking cornfield for some ghost players to play. It was a stupid ass movie, but the dude said the quote was, "If you build it, they will come. If you put the shit on TV, people are gonna watch." It had never been on TV. That's why, like, Maya Moore is the fucking GOAT, bro.
You
Yeah.
gotta be getting me,
When
dog.
DT was in her prime, like, bro, if you telling me if this wasn't on TV, like, we wasn't all gonna be locked in, no, we would have. But only died, like, you only watched WNBA basketball if you really was a hoop fan.
Yeah, if you're a hoop fan. You gotta be a hoop
Today,
fan.
the average person, you can walk down
Yeah,
Bank Street and be like,
they
"Yo,
gonna have an
Caitlin
input.
Clark."
Yeah, they're gonna have
And they
an
be like,
input.
"Yeah, that little white girl."
Yeah, they're gonna have input.
You
for
know,
sure.
they don't know shit about anything about her, but they'll know who she is,
Mhm.
and that's all it is.
Mhm.
That's all popping. Like an NBA game, you know how many people who have no fucking idea what's going on that are at an NBA arena watching a game because it's a casual event.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark is pushing the WNBA in that direction.
And I was like, that's what I'm saying. I respect it, man. I'm not saying I don't respect it. Let's show Angel recently.
They using this.
Use Bay,
They're
man.
starting to use like
Use
market
Bay a
like the
little bit. They
NBA
not
too.
using
Right.
Bay a little
They're
bit.
using the stars and stuff like the rappers and rappers and like the rap artists.
They're
and
not
all that
using
stuff
Bay.
to be able to be at the games.
They gotta use Bay a little bit more.
All right, so you got Angel Reese.
Yeah, Angel Reese.
You got Angel Reese.
I got Angel
You
Reese.
got CC.
Come on now.
Oh, Fields. We was discussing
Rookie of the
Rookie
Year.
of the Year.
Who you got?
Angel
Caitlin
Reese
or
or
Angel Reese? If
You
you
know who gotta get it.
if you need stats,
Angel-
I got you.
No. We know who's going to like
No,
as far
no,
as popular vote.
Oh.
We're talking about what you see it as.
I think Caitlin Clark's gonna get it no matter what.
Thanks, bro.
So my
Wait,
my guess
no.
is-
He's skipping the question at hand. What do okay? As far as what you looking at as the game and the stats, we're not talking about what marketing is trying to push. I get where you're coming from.
That's what I'm coming from.
I know where you're coming from, but if you are when
Your opinion.
you're thinking
need
about
numbers?
marketing. I need you to think with your basketball
You need
brain.
numbers.
I don't.
I need numbers.
Angel Reese is 13 and 11
13
on
11.
the season. Last 8 games, double. Had 26 and 15 versus the Fever last game.
Fever.
And the Dub. And
What's
she
that
was.
record?
Caitlin Clark is
Caitlin
one game.
Clark.
Caitlin
over.
Clark,
game
they're
within
7
each
and
other.
11.
And then one game. Yeah.
Chicago 6 and 9.
One game
Yeah,
with
one
each other.
game over.
Caitlin is 16, 5, 7, 2 steals. And
Don't forget
she
the
has
turnovers.
17 and 13.
Don't forget the turnovers.
Keeping the
And that's
turnovers.
it.
Yo, he said, yo.
And,
Why do you think Angel Reese doesn't have as much
Five.
Because she's not controlling the ball.
She's not controlling the ball, man.
We take
So
all the turnovers out.
it depends on
But
your
also,
player
I-
style.
Stop talking about Bay like
Turnovers
that.
out.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah,
bring
fill
you,
him in,
I'm gonna fill
please.
you into
Fill
the
him in,
point
please.
with what I said with turnovers, right? Watching these games, there's a lot of times where like they literally just can't handle her passes. They're great passes, and now there's two sides of it, but it's just like, damn, like I don't blame her because that's the right play to make. Like a full court
It's a
pass to
lot
somebody
of-
who's leaking out
Yeah.
and they can
Yes.
clearly just catch it and lay it
Yes.
up. They just
Yes.
have never done it before.
It's a lot of throw aheads where it drops in front of them and drops out of bounds.
They've never had somebody who can get the ball to them,
Not a lot, but
so they're not used to it, and then they mishandle it, and then it's like, so I said she has 6 turnovers. I took 3 of them away because usually there's like 2 or 3 where
If those are her turnovers, Y'all gotta grow up.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all play professional basketball. Y'all gotta grow up. Stop playing.
That's
You know
why I
what
said
I
too
mean?
at the same time.
You
I
gotta
was
be
like, yo,
professional
come on now.
athletes.
Nah,
Stop
it'd be
playing.
It's literally like,
Stop
oh,
playing.
I'm wide open for a
Stop
layup.
playing.
So
You guys,
Alabama.
that's me giving y'all credit. You guys are some of the best athletes in the world. Stop playing.
My
Stop
yo,
playing.
yo.
Stop playing.
You throw
So,
a line, they be like,
so I'm
Please.
asking you the
Catch the
question.
ball.
playing.
Catch the ball, please.
I'm asking you as a basketball, not as marketing right now. Who?
What?
For who rookie of the year right now? Who would you vote?
Taking out marketing?
Take it out marketing. Your market.
Caitlin
Oh, I was
Clark.
giving the numbers.
Caitlin Clark.
Yes, thank you.
so,
Bro,
Even
13,
taking out
11
the
is cool,
marketing,
though.
I'm putting up.
I mean, you could.
Caitlin
I mean,
Clark.
there's no argument in saying. I mean, that's kind of.
Look, this is. I think Angel Reese won by making it an argument. I think that's super tough.
Okay.
That's super.
Yeah.
She really
Respect
made it
Super
an
tough when the
argument.
league's not
Respect
pushing.
that.
When the league's not pushing for
Respect that.
at all.
Because I definitely
Does-
saw
I would
her.
definitely give
She
her
was
credit
who
for
you
that.
thought she was.
Does
Yes.
does
Bruiser.
record play in the winning rookie of the year though?
In the NBA, it doesn't. I don't know about WNBA. In the NBA, it plays no part.
It doesn't?
Not really.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that because it doesn't.
I think it should.
I think it's going to matter in this.
They
regard.
record
So,
the same
no, it
thing
doesn't
anyway.
affect
You don't
In
think
this,
so?
in
In
this
the NBA.
league,
In the
I think it
WNBA,
should.
I think it's
It
going
should.
to
I
It
think
should
so.
in this league because it's such a small sample.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
12 teams.
It's literally.
Yes.
So like
You
you,
gotta be
you're
somebody.
gonna make an impact.
Yeah.
You know,
You should.
But that's why I said like
Yeah.
in the beginning of my point, like in the perfect world, we have to wait until the season's over. I think
Facts.
because their stats are so comparable.
Yeah.
They're two different players and their stats are comparable. Like
Mhm.
Angel Reese 13-11, Caitlin Clark 16-6.
Yeah.
For their position, that's you could compare those. But then record, right? One team, they're both progressively getting better. So
They
it's
are.
like,
Yes.
I think, in my opinion,
Whoever
whoever
I'm
finishes
cool
on
with
top
that.
is the one that
Cool with that.
gets it.
I'm cool with that. I'm definitely.
I think marketing wise, they're gonna play card. Just off.
Yeah, but like also,
Oh, for it. I ain't gonna lie.
marketing wise, yes, but also her stats, in my
It's
opinion,
favorable,
for a
too.
guard
They back it up.
are they're better.
Yeah.
For
They're
a guard
better.
than for a big.
It is. They're better. You're a liar.
Now,
You're a
you
liar.
definitely- You definitely have the fact that the league is pushing for Caitlin
Shouts out
Clark
to
because
yeah,
she gets so many bigs.
Right.
You have that because like they want her to score, they want her to make sure that she's getting the highlights so that they can tend to her marketing, so they can tend to their marketing. That is true, but if you going by the stats, just like my thing for Jason Tatum, if you going by the stats, bro, like you gotta just go by the stats.
What what's Caitlin Clark shooting from three?
Like
She
33%.
He's a fan.
He said, "I'm a fan."
This guy be fucking studying.
Yo.
35%.
Oh, it went up.
And she's 40 from.
It went up. It went up 2% from last time.
How many attempts?
8. Damn. 3 for 8. Damn. Yeah.
That's impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
shooting volume.
She
Like
is.
if you shoot,
These are half-court
so
threes.
33% or 30% is.
Are those
good.
smart plays from the half court?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Half
Yeah,
court.
because your ass got to step out. So now when I come over half court, now I can hit somebody.
Steph Curry,
If
Yeah,
I'm hitting
come on.
3 out of 8 of them, yes, I'm shooting.
Yeah, what the fuck?
3 out of 8, yes.
Cool, you know how I get.
I got Caitlin, but I like
that's one away from
what Pell
50%.
said. Gonna wait to see the end of the season.
To see who's winning.
I like that.
Because
Yeah.
Bay is catching up.
Cool with that.
Just letting you know.
Yeah. We could just breeze by this real quick. The Commissioner's Cup,
Yep.
and it was last
Oh,
night.
okay. Yeah.
I watched it. I don't know. If
Shout
you
out to the
watched
Lynx,
it.
man.
Shout out to the Lynx.
Shout out to the
Court.
Lynx.
Shout out to
Um,
Spoon. Shout out
that
to the
bread.
30 rags. As y'all should get y'all bread.
That
Yeah,
bread.
y'all played a hell of a game, man.
I watched.
That was a battle, man.
Half and half.
I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought Liberty was looking good at the beginning.
I don't know what's
I
going
haven't.
on with John Jones
JJ.
going them. I don't know. what's
So
going
I
on.
was thinking about that on the train, and
Yeah.
I'll speak on it after y'all make your points.
It's a combination of things. They're not getting her the ball enough. No way JJ shoots
Three shots.
shots in a championship game.
Come
She's
on.
out of here. But also, she got to stay off of the refs. She's been doing this for a while now, right? But she gets the short end of the stick. You could probably relate to this when you're a bigger, stronger player. They let shit fly with you. They let you get hit. So she's always complaining to the refs, but she do really be getting hit. But that plays a part in her performance. I don't know, bro. It's a lot. They're not establishing her down low. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. They don't know. We don't
And
know.
that's my point. That was gonna be my point. It's tough for New York, right? Because you have to establish who's the person, and you got 2 MVP caliber bigs,
Yeah.
and Stewie and JJ.
Facts.
JJ is an MVP,
Yeah.
and Stewie we
Come on now. She's the reigning
Right.
MVP. She won it last
You
year.
feel me?
Yeah.
So like we ain't gotta talk about that. So like, you literally have, and mind you, JJ was the MVP the season before.
Literally.
You have two people who won MVPs back to back who essentially play the same position, fighting for shots.
Yep.
And the only way to get shots at that position is if somebody gives you the ball. That's tough. So now it's like, who do you pick? Do you pick Stewie? Do you pick JJ? And is it like a night to night thing? Is it a?
Let them have. First of all, I would either let them have their halves or let them have their quarters.
I like that idea. You you have to get them their shots.
That's what they was
To
doing
y'all
for
point.
Jaylen Brown and
Tatum.
Jason Tatum for a long time. They was letting Jaylen Brown do whatever the fuck he wanted in the first
Right.
half. Then it was like, all right, if they leave you open, cool. But second half, dog, this ball got to go to Tatum.
This flow of the game, but they both always ended with 17 to 19 attempts. Both. Religious. There's no reason why JJ's getting 3 shots.
That's not it.
Like,
That's
you
not
can't.
okay.
I'm watching
You
the
can't
game
do
like
that.
this.
She's
It's
6'6"
crazy.
and can shoot the shit out of it.
Literally.
But she's a fucking unicorn. So like you have to get her. You have to make her a threat.
Yeah.
When she's not a threat, New York is just not as scary.
They're a normal team.
You have a big body in the paint, which is great. But
Yeah.
like if
New York is tough though, bro.
Yeah.
They're tough, bro.
And
Vanderbilt,
That's why I was like,
Sabrina,
was looking
I
good
like
at
the team.
bro,
I like
they're
the
good
team.
on paper, bro.
That's-
They're good. But
That's why at the beginning it was
I'm-
looking real good for
Yeah, not
Liberty,
gonna
and
like
then
this.
like third quarter they just some
Venice got come off the bench for me, man.
Think so?
Sabrina she's in her prime right now. She's in her bag. She needs the ball in her hand, and then on the other end, this chick is fool. No disrespect, you're a legend, but they're going at you. They're going at her on the other end. Guards
It's a
are going
different
at
game.
Venus Fool.
It's a different game
So,
now.
like,
I think they
play
hotter.
both
I
sides.
think they
It's
got
a
You gotta
different
play
game.
both sides, bro.
It's
So
a
give
different
Sabrina
game
the
now.
ball. Then when Sabrina gets out, you got elite point guard play all game. They got to make that adjustment. That's just my opinion. But
Yeah, I like number 10. I think her name is Ben.
oh, she used to play here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nah,
she's
she's
a
a
dog.
dog.
Yeah, I'm about to say she's a dog.
Physical as shit. She's one of the chicks when I went to practice. I'm like, okay, this is different. She's mad strong. What's going on?
Who would you take out for Vanderbilt?
Who I'm putting in, the chick that hit 6 straight balls. If y'all watched the game yesterday, Thornton is her last name. Yeah. So we going Sabrina,
Thornton.
Najee, Najee.
I think she's a
Najee,
3.
yeah.
Brianna, Thornton, JJ, all could defend and hit shots.
But what I will say too, Minnesota is very much overperforming this year. No one expected this.
Nobody.
At all.
Nope. And
Shout out-
Courtney's running the one.
She is the
Shout out to Nafisa having a MVP like season.
Yeah,
If
she
you look
is.
at them numbers.
She
she's
is.
fucking hooping.
It's crazy.
UConn alum, so I had to shout her out.
Oh,
but
she's fucking hooping.
she is hooping right
She's
now.
hooping.
So yeah, I would say like nobody expected Minnesota to play this way this year, so that's kind of a surprise to
You
everybody.
shout out Melissa Smith, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Collier. It's Collier.
Collier.
Yeah.
I mentioned Smith earlier.
Collier. Bro, she's freaking hooping.
She's
bro.
balling.
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
Court.
This chick
Shout
is...
out-
Okay.
To be you a fucking professional fan. You was a bucket getter. They told you got to play point guard. You out there running the fucking show. 13, 5, and 5. Respect. You played a big game last night. You a big part of why your team got 30 racks last night.
McBride, she keeps shooting the shit out the ball, too.
Facts.
She is just...
They play like a small ball kind of brand.
Yes,
Everyone
yes.
could shoot. I'm like, this team is nice.
Yes.
When I was watching the game, I'm like, yo, a Minnesota CT Sun series is, oh my God, that'll be a good series.
It's going to be a good one.
That would be a really good series. Real talk.
Not mine.
What's up?
What's up with the Suns, nigga?
What you mean?
They still in second place.
3 losses.
Yeah, what are we, 13 and 3?
But the last couple of weeks it's been like
We've lost 1 game a week.
Yeah.
That's it.
Alright, man, make sure, man.
You still at the top.
I see that, but you know, I just want to make sure. we
If
stay
it
there.
weren't for the Commissioner's Cup, we'd be number 1. New York played a couple extra games.
We want to make sure we alright.
Yeah.
Last and final topic, guys. JJ Redick.
Oh.
Make it the speed round.
JJ Redick.
For me, this is a strong statement. Hot take. This will define LeBron's.
You better not say his career.
No, not his career.
I was about to say, bro, come on.
His future in the NBA. And in the aspect of, I think he's trying to move to being a coach.
LeBron?
They just offered this man 4 years. They're offering him 4 years.
Who?
bro.
JJ?
One of them. No. LeBron.
Oh, so
The Lakers. They said it's up to him.
Yo,
to
This
sign
will-
him.
this front office, this is going to affect his front office stance.
how?
I think
You don't think he had no part of JJ Redick getting hired?
He said he didn't. JJ
Like,
came
come on,
out his mouth.
of course he's gonna say he didn't.
JJ came out his mouth and said it.
Yo, what the fuck? We supposed to believe that? Yo,
I believe that.
he said, I believe that. Yo,
I believe that shit.
Come on, man. So y'all don't think this is going to affect his front office?
Do you want to know why I think this
LeBron
is
James.
really true? Because LeBron has been very much involved in every other coaching hire
3 years.
since he hasn't won. Like everybody knows, LeBron has had a hand in every coach that he's had. Pretty much. Period. And when he doesn't lose or when he doesn't win, it's always, oh well, LeBron picked the coach. Now he's like, fuck that, no more, fuck it, y'all
I don't
figure this
believe
shit
that.
out.
I'm sorry. I don't believe that.
That is tough to believe
I
when
don't
their
believe
coach has had no coaching experience.
That's what I'm saying.
He got zero coaching experience.
Like, yo, you teaching
Or
middle
they
schoolers.
They said thank you. They said that his coaching experience was for like rec or something.
Yeah.
It was middle school. It was middle school.
Yeah,
His son-
middle
his son's
school.
middle school team.
He's on my level.
So,
Yo,
yo,
he's on our level.
But yo,
Yo,
yo, what's the difference?
What you mean?
Well, yeah.
Our middle school kids play fucking rec. What's the difference?
That was just
But wait,
that was,
right.
Niggas
His
doing the
experience
same
for coaching is 1 year, or this will be his first year.
Middle school?
But it's not like he's new to the game. He's been around the game.
Yo.
He talks the game.
Yes,
New
New
LeBron's
London.
on active
Can
right
I
now.
ask y'all a question?
New London.
Can I ask y'all a question before, when y'all talk? Actually, go ahead. This
New
is-
London. What happened the last time we hired a coach that didn't coach at the level prior? Just let me know. Please let me know. Let us know how those 2 years went after that.
Who was it?
Please.
I don't know. I don't know.
What sport we talking
Football.
about? Okay, I was gonna say I think we was talking.
And respectfully, I have no like quarrel with the family. I love the family. The family is cool. But again, the last time we hired a coach that had no high school experience in coaching was Burns.
But it's
And it was how'd it go for them?
It's
Yeah,
levels
rough
though.
few
So
years.
why?
It is
why-
levels. Thank
so
you. It
that-
is
No,
levels.
it's
We're
levels.
talking
We're
about
talking
him
about New
playing
London.
professional-
Bro, we're talking about New
talking
London
about
professional NBA.
So
Now,
this-
playing professional NBA saying that he can coach? Just
Bro,
like in the
that's-
game?
I didn't have no year. I didn't have no experience coaching. I went in and went 7-3.
We are
That's exactly what y'all just said. Y'all said we had a new coach, had no coaching experience.
Steve Kerr had no
and-
experience and turned them to a dynasty.
He incorporated
Steve Kerr got a
yeah,
whole
he
JJ's
adopted a,
incorporating LeBron.
So
James.
this
on the tail end of LeBron James.
This is my question. What are y'all looking for in an NBA coach?
Good question.
What do you need?
JJ.
I
Because there's different, like,
You know
when
who
you're-
else just won
when
a
you're coaching
championship?
at that level, there's different
Joe
there's
Mazzulla.
different shit, right?
But
Exactly.
Joe Mazzulla was a coach.
He
though.
was.
So no,
He came from being a coach.
But
There's a
but-
difference between playing the game
It's not.
and
It's not so
coaching.
much. I don't think it's so much the fact that Joe Mazzulla came from being a
Who's
coach.
coach?
That definitely helped.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's who is Joe Mazzulla as a coach versus there's levels to it, right?
Can I
Like
rebuttal what Mazzulla just said? What he
Hold
just
up.
said, my bad?
because the reason why I asked.
Who he just beat?
Well, no, the
Hall
reason why I
of Famer
asked that
as
is
a
because
point
like,
guard.
do you need somebody to manage personalities or do you need somebody to talk X's and O's? Joe Mazzulla's a fucking nut. He's a genius. That nigga knows basketball.
Look,
Whereas a Steve Kerr is managing personalities.
okay.
So
that's-
what do you
okay.
need?
JJ
What do you
Watt
need on
is
the
a
Lakers? What do the
genius.
Lakers need?
JJ's
Man,
a genius.
okay.
JJ is a
Genius.
fucking basketball
Yes,
mind.
bro.
You
Yes.
watch the pod.
Yes,
He knows
bro.
his shit.
Yes.
Now
Yes.
that taints the. Did LeBron have a hand in it? But like in my opinion, JJ knows what the fuck he knows how to guard cover. They literally talk.
They
He said,
literally
hey,
shows him.
He
like-
said, hey, if you were guarding Luka's fucking pick and roll, what would you do?
And he went
Hey,
all
coach,
options.
I'm the coach. Hey, player, what the fuck do you want to do out there next season when we guard Luka? Right? So it's like you're talking high
That's an
level X's
interview.
and O's.
So he hired him. What
Well,
you saying? That's an
So
interview.
also-
Thank
so
you.
also-
No,
So
no.
question.
Thank
Gilbert,
you.
Gilbert Arenas has all these takes too. Gilbert Arenas be having takes
Yes.
about all this shit
Great
on the
takes.
NBA.
Great takes.
Does he deserve NBA?
Gilbert
head
Arenas
coaching?
is not. Gilbert Arenas is making takes. He's not talking basketball. He's not breaking
He's
down.
talking basketball.
He's not breaking down
That's
X's
talking
and O's. Go watch
basketball,
it.
He's
not,
talking
He's not
basketball.
breaking
Not
down
X's
X's and O's.
Not X's and O's.
Watch
He's talking
JJ. No,
basketball.
I promise you, he's
And-
not.
and-
he is
and-
not breaking down X's and O's. JJ Redick will literally
Yeah.
sit there and be like, "Hey, this is a 52 like option that we
Yeah.
like they run in the NBA."
100%.
He talks through these shits on his pod.
100%.
Where Gilbert will say, "This
Gilbert-
motherfucker stinks because," and he's right. But
Yeah.
like, what are you like?
Oh,
that's what
he's
I'm saying.
watered
Hate-
down
hate-
type.
Gilbert,
It's not
Gilbert is
about-
talking
it's just what are you
talent
talking
and
about?
skill and shit like that.
But
Like,
what is the
But he
difference
also talks
if
about
it's
players
more
and how
intellect
to,
or
like,
is
develop.
if he's saying the same
That's-
shit?
You're not talking about the game in front of me. Like, they will literally bring up clips like, hey, when you played Dallas last year, y'all ran this set.
But
And
he's
this
also
was
talking
this
about
was
players
the
and how they're developing too, and how to make sure like you're developing properly. I feel like that's a coach.
So that brings me so that's why I asked what I asked. What do you want from a coach? Do you
Oh,
want
gotcha.
somebody to manage personalities and motivate, or do you want somebody to fucking execute on the floor?
the
First of all,
Lakers
they
need to
definitely
execute.
need a manager. And
Yeah, I would
because
say more
LeBron
manager.
can't manage no
You can't-
fucking.
So-
He can't manage nobody's emotion. He can't even manage his own emotions.
I say manage.
No,
Like, yo,
I'm
shit
not a-
hits the fan of LeBron.
I say manage.
I'm not a Laker
if
fan.
LeBron
So I'm
had a
asking
drink,
you as a Laker
If
fan,
Le-
what do y'all need?
Yeah,
Yo,
what
you
do you
need
want? I said the
do you
manage.
need somebody to manage, or
I
do
say
you need somebody
manage.
to execute
No,
plays?
manage.
Like,
we need
you know-
somebody to manage. LeBron
Manage.
can
Okay,
execute
hold on,
plays.
hold on, hold on.
LeBron is the smartest
Hold on,
player
y'all.
in the
Yeah.
one of the
Y'all
smartest players
just
in the world.
had a personality manager. It didn't work.
Nah, that's not.
Well,
He was not an X and O's guy.
If
He
you're
wasn't
not-
a-
if
he
you're not
wasn't a-
man-
he was-
first, if you're not managing it, then
He
you're
wasn't
not
a
doing
manager
fucking
either.
job.
He
You're not
wasn't
doing
a
fucking
manager.
He was a
job.
bad one.
I think he was.
Like, cause you
I don't
wasn't
think he was a
X and O's.
He was a
manager.
bad one.
He wasn't a
Oh,
manager.
shit.
Say just because you got a title don't mean you doing this shit.
He wasn't
right.
a manager.
That's why I say, like,
Okay.
in terms of if you as a Lakers fan say y'all need a game manager or a player manager, an organization manager, then no, JJ probably wasn't the best hire.
Why not?
Who
Who
the
hell
nigga
is
was
he
just
gonna
playing.
manage?
Who is he about to boss around? Who is he about to?
They gonna be like, yo,
I think
they
he's
more
respected
ready.
amongst the
Shut up.
players.
Like
as far
nigga,
as
you
LeBron.
suck. I
If it
busted
comes
your
from-
ass 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
they're gonna say to JJ
Yeah,
Redick.
Yeah,
Rap me the
really,
last time you guarded me.
Yeah.
Literally.
Nah, facts.
So is this a good hire or not?
So
Then
keep the X's and O's. I like the hire personally.
But you
I-
think LeBron didn't sign off on that?
He probably did.
I
So
think
what?
they need X's and O's personally.
So what?
Which is why I
This is
think
going to
does it
affect
matter?
because this is going to affect
It's
his
an okay
his office
So like,
space.
I look at it.
I'm just like, yo,
I
it's
feel
going to
like
affect
JJ
his
Redick
office space.
comes from the same
Yeah.
basketball mind as Steve
He
Kerr.
might not have the extra counts now.
Come on, basketball.
I'm an offensive basketball.
All
mind.
like scheme, game plan, knowing how to play the game. I think he comes from that same
LeBron
cloth.
has a lot to do
Which
with
is
this.
why I'm like, we'll see how it works.
Hey, y'all crazy if y'all don't think so.
But
Y'all crazy if y'all don't think that
I don't
LeBron
care.
doesn't have anything to do with
If he
this.
does, cool. If he doesn't, cool. I don't care.
You don't think it's going to affect him as
Hell
far as
no.
his front office?
It's LeBron James.
LeBron might not be there next year anyway. LeBron,
Facts.
And yo, bro, don't
The
put
draft
LeBron
is
in the
tonight.
front office. Good luck. Like, bro, he's gonna be successful whatever he does. That's
He
that's
gonna
a
be in the
loss
front
on
office
you.
somewhere.
Yeah, like he gonna be in the front office in the NFL then.
I guess.
So, GG's.
I guess.
like, LeBron is literally magic.
Yeah, he is.
He's
bro.
magic.
On
He's the same shit he did.
I guess, man.
Change the game, running from the back office afterward.
Facts.
Like,
Well, talk to me, man. Anything else? That was a
That was it. That was all the topics we had.
Fucking.
you got any games?
Besides-
You got any tips?
I got some tips. I got some
Sports betting
metas.
tips?
I got some metas.
Let me see what I got.
What you got meted right now?
Don't
Well,
look at
no,
me.
I don't actually.
don't
I
got no
don't
metas?
because they
Is
just
there-
they
yeah.
just updated it.
Yeah, heard that the car got fucking
I heard
nerfed.
the
Thank
car
you. Get
got
that shit the
nerfed.
fuck up.
Yeah.
And it was still knocking the dude's heads off.
It was.
Pause.
It's
So-
still.
And still, I just got on the game today and it was still knocking
Get
the
that car
fuck.
Two
out
taps
here.
though.
Wait,
Two
no, I
taps.
gotta fill me in on this.
Cars.
Call of Duty, Car 98.
The
Bro,
sniper, the
it's
dumbass
a
sniper.
sunshine. That
So
shit
what got
be-
buffed?
Car 98.
No,
What-
nerf.
what got
Oh,
buffed?
nerf.
I don't know yet, but we just know that that's the
Yeah,
great
I'm not
information
sure.
I got
Yeah,
today.
not sure.
That's the great information I got today.
Okay.
I heard. Oh wait, Buff was the MTZ. I heard.
The
Oh,
MTZ?
with the guy today.
That's my shit.
MTZ.
Yeah, I'm
I
about
heard.
to use that.
Interceptor or the
Nah,
other
it's
one?
like the 5.56 or something.
Oh, yeah,
AR.
so-
These are
okay.
better, though.
Okay.
The Buff needs to go.
I thought you said
Oh,
the interceptor.
Buff is better.
I'd love to go back to the interceptor.
Yeah.
Interceptor I can do.
That's the.
That's
like
the marksman.
battle rifle. It's a
Yeah,
marksman
battle rifle. It's a battle rifle. So, but other than that,
Yeah, so try out the MTZ. I'll send Coop the attachments for it so he can post it under the channel.
Sports betting tips?
Sports betting tip: don't cry over a loss. Treat your losses like your wins and your wins like your losses. Stay even, kid. Don't get too high when you start winning, thinking you can put more money down than you was already doing. When you start losing,
yeah.
when you start losing, don't overcompensate. Stay even, kill the whole time.
Don't double back on it. I just won.
Don't double
That's
back
what I
on
say,
it.
yo. I just won. I
Stay
need that. I
even,
need that
stay
bread back.
consistent, stay
I need
consistent.
more.
Stocks.
Stocks and crypto. For stocks and honestly crypto, do not chase other people's gains. So if you see somebody up 100%, see somebody up 200, 300%, don't go chase their gains. Don't go try to go jump in after they're already up 300, 200% because it's going to fall. It's going to fall or it's due to fall. So make sure that you, if you are going to jump in, know how to read charts and stuff so that you can make sure you know when to buy, know how to buy at a decent price so that you're not buying at the top and everything just falls on you and it just makes you want to sell. That's one of the most degrading things when it comes to crypto and stocks is buying at the very top and then you just watch it fall all the way down. And then you'll have to have the resilience to be able to dollar cost average and be able to hope that, not hope, but just know that it's going to return up, but never want to buy at the top, all right?
Advice for the Jits and the Jitettes.
Yes.
Stay consistent.
Yep.
Stay consistent.
I like that.
Shit. I actually do have some.
Consistency is key.
And cool is whatever you are passionate about, right? I think a lot of us, especially growing up in communities like ours, like there are stigmas around certain things, and I think as we've gotten older, we can all attest to this. Hobbies turn into money, like, and if you've seen people's, if you see the world now, like motherfuckers hop behind a camera and now start, they're some of the most popular people in the world,
Yeah,
right?
they're a business.
So it's
That's a
like,
brand.
find a circle that don't judge you for your interests, and let your interests just flourish, right? Find people that support you and just go with it. Put your energy into it, learn more about it, learn what you can, and like I said, just whatever you're passionate about, that's what's cool.
I like that.
For the jits, and honestly, this for stocks and crypto too. Don't fall into FOMO. FOMO is fear of missing out. So just because you see something, just like for stocks, crypto, like I said, if you see something going up, don't go jump in. If something looks fun that everybody else is doing, but you know you got something that you should be doing for yourself or that you could be doing to improve yourself that you love to do, that goes along with what Pellum was saying, that you love to do, make sure you're doing what you love to do. All right? Don't jump into being scared to miss out on what other people think is fun. All right? And that's what you got for me.
And that's Keep It a Buck podcast.
Keep it a buck,
Keep it a
man.
buck,
So
See
shout
y'all
out to
next-
Pellum, man.
Like,
Shouts out to
share,
Pellum,
subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Let's
Please
go,
leave a
baby.
comment.
Shout out to Big at 12.
That was a good one, fellas.
That was
Pels,
fucking
appreciate
fire,
you, bro.
man.
That was amazing.
That was a fire ass.
That was good. That was good. That was fun.
That shit was
My
fire.
boy
That was
Fields walked in at the end. This is
Yo,
lit.
that was a fire ass interview.
That was a good.
Thank you for pulling up.
Yo, that shit was fire.
Bro, you were
That
prepared
was
for this shit?
fire.
Yeah,
I have.
I've been trying to I'm trying to do more like speaking shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah, that
I
was
literally